The last step to staying on our financial plan and making sure we don't go off track is making a pact. A pact is a pre-commitment that we can use to make sure that if everything else fails, there's a firewall against us doing something we'll later regret. Now, pacts were first documented over 2,500 years ago in the story of Ulysses, written by the Greek philosopher Homer. In the story, Ulysses has to sail his ship past the island of the Sirens. Now, the Sirens are these mythical creatures who sang this magical song, and any sailor that heard the Sirens' song crashed their ship onto the shore of the Sirens' island and died. Now, Ulysses knew about this threat, and he wanted to make sure that he wouldn't get distracted from his course. So what did he do? He told every member of his crew to put beeswax in their ears. Then he told his crew to bind him to the mast of the ship, and he told them, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, do not let me go. And guess what? The plan worked. Ulysses was able to sail his ship and his crew safely home past the island of the Sirens. So what can we learn from Ulysses? Today, we can make what's called a Ulysses pact. It's a pre-commitment that we use today to prevent us from doing something we will later regret tomorrow. There are three types of pacts. We have what's called a price pact, an effort pact, and an identity pact. A price pact inflicts some kind of monetary disincentive to doing something you might later regret. If you have a retirement account, for example, there's probably some kind of financial penalty if you withdraw your money before retirement. That's an example of a price pact. How might you be able to institute other price pacts to keep you on track? The next type of pact is called an effort pact. An effort pact involves some kind of friction, some kind of effort in between you and the thing that might get you off track. For example, setting standing instructions with your financial institution to make sure that you invest the same fixed amount every month would require effort for you to unravel. You'd have to call the bank, change the wiring instructions, and go through a lot of steps to stop doing that thing you wanted to do. So if you wanted to stop saving, it'd be quite difficult. It would be very effortful. So that effort pact that you made makes it more likely that you will continue to save. You can find other forms of friction that you might be able to insert between you and something you might later regret doing. For example, there's stories of people freezing their credit cards in a block of ice to make it difficult for them to get to that credit card when they have the urge to make a splurge purchase. Now, that might be a little extreme, but that's a great example of an effort pact. Finally, we can make an identity pact. Now, identity pacts are when we use a moniker, a name to describe ourselves, and that helps us stay on track. For example, a vegetarian doesn't wake up in the morning and say, I wonder if I should have a bacon sandwich for breakfast. No, a vegetarian doesn't eat meat because it is who they are. So if you can find a meaningful moniker for yourself, a way to describe yourself, you're much more likely to stay on track. Maybe you'll call yourself a generous person, the kind of person who earns money in order to give it away to charity. I even invite you to call yourself Indistractable. By virtue of you taking this class, you're the kind of person who strives to do what they say they're going to do. You're as honest with yourself as you are with others. You can proudly call yourself Indistractable. By using these three kinds of pacts, price pacts, effort pacts, and finally identity pacts, this is how we can make a pre-commitment today to prevent getting distracted tomorrow. So in this course, we've learned the 4 key strategies to becoming financially indistractable. We recognize that our financial habits require us to not only do the right thing, but also prevent us from getting distracted and doing the wrong things. So by making sure that we master those internal triggers, that we plan for traction, that we manage the external triggers, and finally we prevent distraction with pacts, this is how we become financially indistractable and we stay on track towards financial independence. I'm Nir Eyal. Thank you for joining me and good luck.